Hello and welcome to True Guidance Tarot. I'm Adriana Teodoro-Dier. I'm a spiritual medium and intuitive reader. Today with a message for Capricorn. Now, the way this works is I ask for a message from Spirit, from my guides, that will be deeply meaningful for you and helpful for you this week. And yours is interesting because it seems to be very specific and practical, but I'm sure there's also a spiritual message in there as well. If at any point you feel compelled to like or subscribe to this channel, I would appreciate it. It really, really helps when you support it, and we can stay in touch for some more consistent guidance and help. So the energy around you this week is the Six of Pentacles. We're talking about your dependents right now. So either your children or people at work that are dependent on you, either for direction or but it's kind of financial. There's a monetary exchange going on, and again, it's not equal. So in terms of energy, this is where you're giving out more than perhaps what the other person can, because maybe they're less developed, or they're, like children, they're not earning their own money yet, they can't reciprocate. So, but this is you in an unbalanced power kind of situation. And we've got the Two of Swords for how you feel about it. So I'm getting the feeling like this is someone, like a family member who has tried to take advantage of you in the past, and you're like, not happening again. But you're not, even though you're saying no to it, you're not quite taking action yet. The Two of Swords talks about the energy of a standstill. So the good news is that you're recognizing it for what it is. You're recognizing what happened last time and the fact that you were taken advantage of, and you're not willing to put yourself through that again. But to actually take action on it is a little challenging. The rest of your cards here, we've got the Ace of Wands, we've got the Two of Pentacles, and we've got the Eight of Swords. And so there's kind of you with the people pleasing. You're not quite sure how to navigate this situation, because if you don't give to this person again, then you kind of lose face. You lose a little bit of standing in other people's eyes, and that's you kind of being hung up here in the Eight of Swords, worrying about what other people think. But your heart is saying to you, new direction, new action. This is independence, right? One is the number of independence. I'm out there by myself. Two are Two of Pentacles, Two of Swords, two figures on this card, the plant and the guy. That's about codependence, right? Interdependence, codependence, that's not the same thing, but they depend on you and you depend on them. So they depend on you financially, but you depend on that relationship to have a certain standing, either in your community, in your family. It's part of your identity as that person that shows up to take care of everything. But we've got independence going on, and independence is the way forward, not just for you, but the other person. So this, I think here's where we're starting to see the spiritual part of this, is that when you step forward in independence and say, you know what, that is not a karmically good thing for me, that is not an energetically good thing for me, it's also not an energetically good thing for you. You've been dependent on me too long, you've been doing these, saying the word nefarious, you've been doing these dodgy behaviors for too long. We're not doing this anymore. I'm stepping forward as a leader saying this is not the way we're both going forward. And because you kind of uncouple yourself, you step out of that two into the one, you allow them the space to do the same. I'm not saying they're going to do that, but you allow them the space to do the same, and your karma is cleansed. When you contribute to a dependent relationship, one that is harmful and unhealthy for both of you, even though you're on the bigger end, even though you're on the giving end, you're still implicated in the karma. I wish I could ask you if that makes sense. I know you're not right in front of me, but what that means is that two wrongs don't make a right. If you're participating in a situation where you're enabling someone else, you're just as guilty as the person that is committing the crime. or committing the transgression, committing the negativity, whatever, however you want to say it. So your heart is telling you exactly what to do. Don't worry about the status stuff, because actually when you stand up as a leader, you're going to get more admiration, you're going to get more respect, you're going to get more self-esteem. So this is about clearing out your karma, stepping into your leadership, showing the person the way forward, and just not really being willing to take action to step out of that codependence, to step out of that role where you're enabling and giving something which you're like, I'm done. I don't want to do this anymore. So, you know, again, I'm excited for you because you recognize this on your own. You said, you know what? Nope, we did that. We've been here before. This reading is just a little push to action because you might feel a little reluctant because of what this time means. So if you have any questions or you'd like to reach out and tell me how this goes for you this week, I'd love to hear from you. You can reach out below, and I look forward to seeing you next week and seeing what your message is. So have a great week, and I'll see you next time.